Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's message carries the weight of divine timing. August 1st isn't just a date, it might be the activation point for a spiritual shift you've been waiting on for far too long. It could be the divinely appointed checkpoint in your journey, where your pain starts to make sense, where silence turns into instruction, and where your waiting finally pays off. But you won't recognize it unless you're tuned in. This message isn't for everyone. It's not for the distracted or the doubtful. It's for the chosen one, you. Think about this. How often have you felt like your life was paused, like something powerful was brewing behind the curtain, and yet everything around you looked painfully still? That is not stagnation. That is preparation. It's not punishment. It's positioning. And the truth is, most people never recognize the day when heaven's permission finally reaches earth. But you're being nudged to pay close attention. Because August 1st might be the day when the spiritual contract on your calling becomes active. The date isn't magical, but the alignment it could represent is monumental. And your awareness is the key. Here's the twist. When you are chosen, your timeline becomes sacred property. You don't follow the world's calendar. You move by divine rhythm. When others sleep, you wrestle with meaning. When others celebrate quick wins, you quietly carry unseen burdens. And when others think it's just another day, you feel the weight of a silent shift deep inside your chest. That's what August 1st might be. Not just a turning point, but a moment where what you've been carrying privately finally begins to unfold publicly. You weren't told to rush. You were instructed to listen carefully, not to trends, not to noise, but to something deeper, something eternal. And maybe you've been wondering why your life hasn't followed normal rules, why the usual formulas don't work for you, why opportunities that open for everyone else stay locked in your face. But let's flip the script. What if those locked doors were protective seals meant to hold you in a waiting room until your spiritual clearance reached its time? This message is a divine interruption. It's a reminder that your calling doesn't consult human validation. When the time comes, things will move without your permission. Appointments will find you. People will be drawn to you without explanation. Events will begin to align. And it won't be because you forced it. It will be because he decided it was time. So listen closely. Don't just scroll past this thinking it's another emotional video. Ask yourself, why is this message finding me now? Why is my heart racing at the mention of August 1st? What if something heaven ordained is heading my way, and this message is the only thing preparing me to embrace it? The countdown doesn't require your control. It demands your readiness. So in these coming days, watch. Pay attention to your inner shifts. Take nothing for granted. Because when you're chosen, dates can carry assignments, and moments can carry marching orders. And if you miss it, you risk circling the same mountain again. You see, time isn't as simple as the ticking of a clock or the flipping of calendar pages. For the chosen ones, time moves differently. It's layered. Sometimes slow, sometimes sudden, but always deliberate. August 1st is not just another date picked at random. It could be a divine checkpoint, a moment when what's been hidden in the spirit begins to break through the veil of this world. This isn't superstition or guesswork. It's spiritual alignment. Imagine your soul as a finely tuned instrument, and August 1st as the moment it finally resonates with the melody heaven has been playing all along. If you've been feeling strange shifts inside, an unease, a calm, or a pull, it's because your spirit is syncing up with what's coming. This date, like a secret code, might be unlocking doors you never thought possible. Have you noticed how sometimes, when everything feels still on the outside, a storm is brewing on the inside?
That's no coincidence. It's spiritual calibration. Allah prepares you by quieting the noise around you so you can finally hear what matters. And this preparation isn't just random waiting, it's precise tuning. August 1st could be the day when the preparation ends and activation begins.
Ask yourself, have you felt your prayers changing lately? Not louder or more frequent, but deeper, like a conversation moving from words to a language only your heart understands. Have you noticed your soul craving solitude, not out of loneliness, but out of a need to purify, to reset? These feelings aren't distractions, they're signals. Sometimes, when the world is loudest, the spirit is quietest. But when heaven plans a breakthrough, it often begins with silence. Silence to gather strength, silence to shed distractions, silence to prepare for the storm of blessings about to rain down. And here's something to ponder. What if this date, August 1st, isn't just a calendar mark but a spiritual gateway? A moment where what you've been praying for meets the action of Allah. A moment when waiting turns into walking, when seeds planted in tears finally bloom. It might not look like fireworks on the outside. It might feel like a whisper or a subtle shift. But for you, chosen one, that's enough. Witty thought. Sometimes, heaven forgets to send an official invitation to the party. You're just pulled by a force you can't explain. And that's how you know it's real. You don't need a show to recognize the signal. You only need to listen. Because the best moves in life don't come with loud announcements. They come with quiet openings. If your spirit is already stirred, you're likely already stepping into this divine timeline. And if you're unsure, that's okay. This message is a nudge, a divine tap on the shoulder, reminding you to stay awake and ready. Because August 1st could be the moment your waiting meets its purpose. So don't fall asleep spiritually. Don't let distraction dull your senses. Because sometimes, the smallest moments contain the biggest shifts. And if you miss those moments, you miss your appointment with destiny. Remember, you don't chase the timing. You align with it. And alignment is a choice. The choice to clear your heart, steady your steps, and open your eyes beyond what others see. Are you ready to align? Because when heaven says go, it moves mountains and changes lives, yours included. And now let's talk about the signs, the inner signals you might already be feeling, that tell you something big is on the horizon. These signs aren't flashy. They don't come with neon lights or fanfare. They come quietly, like whispers in your heart, nudging you to pay attention. Have you felt an unusual calm in the middle of chaos? That strange peace that seems to say, hold on, this is just the beginning. It's not your imagination. It's your spirit tuning into a higher frequency. You might be standing at the edge of a breakthrough, and your soul already knows it, even if your mind is still catching up. Maybe you've been drawn to solitude lately, not because you want to escape, but because your soul needs to recharge. When the world demands noise, the chosen one learns the power of silence. That silence is fertile ground where the seeds of transformation are planted. Have you noticed a deep hunger for truth? Suddenly, shallow distractions don't satisfy anymore. Your heart longs for depth, for conversations with God, for understanding that transcends the surface. That hunger isn't weakness. It's the sign of a spirit being prepared for elevation. You may also be experiencing moments of frustration or impatience. You wonder why your prayers haven't been answered yet, why doors remain closed, why your steps seem slower than you expected. Those feelings are real, but they're also part of the refining fire. Like gold purified by flame, your patience is being shaped to shine brighter. Here's the thing, signs are not guarantees. They are invitations. Invitations to stay awake, to remain steady, to trust the process, even when you don't see the outcome.
The journey of the chosen one is never easy. It's not meant to be. Every test, every trial, every quiet moment is crafting you for what's next. And while you wait, there's a powerful secret. You are never alone. Even when the world feels distant, you are cradled by divine presence. The one who set the stars in motion is guiding your steps. Your assignment is held securely in his hands. Witty reminder: sometimes you feel lost because you're not meant to stay in one place. You're just passing through to something greater. So if you're sensing these signs, take them seriously. They are your soul's way of waking you up to your divine moment. Don't brush them aside. Don't ignore the stirrings. Instead, prepare yourself. Strengthen your spirit. Clear your heart. Because the day when everything changes might be closer than you think. Remember, being chosen means being ready to move even when you don't see the full picture. It means walking by faith, not by sight. And if August 1st is the day when doors begin to open, you want to be standing on the other side, ready to step through, stay vigilant, stay hopeful, and keep your heart open. Because the universe is waiting to meet you at the crossroads of destiny. Now that you've sensed the signs and understood that a moment of change may be coming, the question becomes, what must you do? How do you prepare for a day like August 1st, or any divine appointment that could change your life forever? First, understand this. Preparation is not just about what you do outwardly. It starts within. The heart is the soil where destiny grows. And if it's crowded with bitterness, anger, or distraction, nothing new can take root. So begin by cleaning your heart. Let go of grudges, resentments, and old pains that weigh you down. Forgiveness isn't just for them. It's freedom for you. Increase your moments of private worship. When the world is loud, the chosen one finds strength in silence with their Creator. Prayer, reflection, and reading the scripture are not just rituals. They are lifelines. They connect you to the source of all timing and power. The deeper your connection, the clearer your direction will be. Next, minimize distractions. The internet, social media, meaningless chatter, these things drain your spiritual energy. If August 1st is truly a divine checkpoint, you need to be fully present, not half distracted by noise that leads nowhere. Sometimes, preparation means saying no to what's easy and yes to what's difficult, but necessary. Prioritize divine conversations over social ones. Seek counsel from those who uplift and remind you of your purpose. Surround yourself with voices that echo your faith, not your fears. Sometimes, the right words from a brother or sister can ignite a flame of hope that propels you forward. Remember, you don't prepare for a guest by scrolling endlessly on your phone. You clean the house, arrange the space, and open your heart. Some of you are 90% ready. You just haven't vacuumed the corners of your intentions yet. And here's a little truth wrapped in wit. Stop asking for the door to open if your hands are still full of what needs to be let go. You can't walk into a new season carrying old burdens. Let go and step forward. Also, be patient with yourself. Preparation is a process, not a moment. Don't rush it, but don't neglect it either. Keep steady, keep humble, and above all, keep faithful. The beauty of preparation is that it sharpens your faith, refines your character, and sets the stage for the breakthrough. When the time comes, you'll know, not because the world shouts, but because your soul feels a deep yes. So in these days leading to August 1st, focus on your heart. Empty what weighs you down. Fill yourself with what lifts you up. Clear space in your life for the divine to move in ways you haven't imagined. You've been chosen. Now, it's time to prepare like one. Now, let's dive into why timing matters so much. Why August 1st? Why this specific day? The truth is, dates on a calendar aren't magical by themselves. Numbers and days don't hold power just because we say they do. But timing, divine timing, is different. When Allah aligns the unseen spiritual world with our physical world, certain moments become gateways for change. August 1st may not mean anything to the casual observer, but for the chosen ones, it might be the symbol of readiness, a signpost on the journey. History is full of moments when seemingly ordinary days carried extraordinary weight because they were moments when the divine will intersected with human lives. Remember the stories of great prophets and believers. Their victories, their callings, their blessings often came at unexpected time. Not because they forced it, but because their preparation met the divine schedule. Their patience wasn't passive waiting, it was active alignment. That's the key, alignment. It's not superstition, it's spiritual attentiveness. It's waking up to the fact that the universe operates on a higher frequency, and when you're chosen, you're invited to tune in. The world may look for fireworks and fanfare, sudden explosions of success, loud proclamations or obvious signs. But heaven often works quietly. The loudest spiritual revolutions begin in silence, in small corners, in humble hearts. Sometimes the biggest shifts come wrapped in subtle signs. So, August 1st isn't a magic spell. It's a moment to watch for, a moment to be awake for, a moment when the right conditions, your readiness, your faith, your purification, all align to open doors that have been closed for a long time. Spiritual wisdom teaches that when heaven moves, it does so with precision. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is late. Everything happens at the perfect moment. That moment could be August 1st, or it could be another day. But the difference between those who receive and those who don't is in the readiness to recognize the moment when it arrives. So if you find yourself wondering about this date, take it as a call to awaken, to clear your heart, sharpen your focus, and prepare for what's next. Don't wait for the world to tell you it's time. Listen for the whisper within that says, "This is your moment." And here's a gentle reminder with a bit of humor. You don't need a grand parade to know you've arrived. Sometimes, the quietest footsteps are the ones that shake the ground the most. Be ready to walk boldly when your time comes, because the moment of alignment will be unmistakable. It won't require convincing. It will require responding. Now, let's talk about what happens when the signs are ignored or missed. This is not meant to frighten you, but to awaken you. Many people carry within them the potential for breakthrough, for divine encounter, for destiny. But they miss it because they're asleep. Not literally asleep, but spiritually distracted, emotionally numb, or caught up in the noise of this world. You see, heaven doesn't usually shout. It whispers. It nudges. It sends subtle signs to those who are listening. But if your heart is busy chasing temporary pleasures, drowning in distractions, or numbed by endless noise, those whispers can become inaudible. Imagine standing outside a door and the key is turning in the lock. But if you don't open it, the opportunity passes. The door doesn't wait. The blessing doesn't linger. It moves on. And you're left wondering what happened, why your prayers felt unanswered, why your shift never came. You've walked this journey with me through every word, every reflection, every warning and hope. And now, as we close this message, It's time to hold firmly on to what you've heard, because your moment is coming. Not just any moment, your divine moment. The one that can turn waiting into victory, silence into song, and trials into testimony. Understand this clearly. Your assignment isn't just about endurance or patience. It's about transformation. What you've been through, the seasons of doubt, the nights of loneliness, the endless questions, we're all preparing you for a time when the scales will tip in your favor, when what has been hidden will be revealed, and when the blessings you've hungered for will flood your life. This moment is not distant. It's near. It's within reach. And August the 1st could be the key that unlocks the door. Not because the date is magical, but because you've been made ready for what happens on that day. You have been made ready for breakthrough, elevation, and favor. But remember, readiness isn't passive. It's active. It's in how you hold your faith when the world is heavy. It's in how you keep your heart clean and your spirit alert. It's in how you respond when the divine calls, not with hesitation, but with courage and conviction. You are not here by accident. Your struggles are not meaningless. Your prayers are not unheard. The divine architect of your life has placed you exactly where you need to be, exactly when you need to be there. And the day your assignment unfolds, the entire universe will bear witness. So stand firm, chosen one. Hold your head high. Keep your eyes fixed on the unseen horizon, because that's where your victory lies. And when the moment arrives, move boldly, knowing that you have been called, prepared, and equipped. Now, as promised, let us pray together. O Allah, the most merciful, the most wise, we come before you humbly, seeking your guidance and strength. Awaken the hearts of those listening to this message. Open their eyes to the blessings you have prepared, and prepare them for the divine appointment that is near. Remove every doubt that clouds their vision. Cleanse their hearts of fear and hesitation. Fill them with courage, faith, and unwavering trust in your plan. Grant them clarity to recognize the moment when you move and the strength to walk boldly in obedience. Protect them from distractions and deceit, and surround them with your mercy and light. May August 1st, or any day you choose, be a day of breakthrough, a day of mercy, a day of divine favor and transformation. Let your blessings pour down like rain, nourishing their souls and fulfilling their purpose. O Allah, we trust in your perfect timing and infinite wisdom. Guide us all to walk in your light until we reach the destiny you have written. Ameen. Remember, chosen one, you are not alone. The one who controls time and destiny walks with you every step of the way. Keep your faith alive, stay ready, and embrace the divine shift when it comes.